I gotta clear out all my bookmarks on Twitter. I got so many bookmarks. I like to bookmark shit for ideas and stuff and get to stuff later, whatever. But a lot of the shit I've used already, right? So I start throwing out or stuff I wanted to tweet about, and I'll tweet about it and get rid of them. And then I started going down the list further, and I found an absolute fucking gem that I realized I hadn't used yet. And I found this shit in like March or February or something. So this is a tweet from Ojor Sani, and he says, Shorty said she found this at her grandma's house. I'm trying to get like Dan. And there's a couple pictures in there. We'll zoom in a little bit on these pictures. It's like a business card of some sort. So picture number 1, it says Docter Dan, but doctor is spelled Docter, not to confuse you with a medical doctor. This is a doctor who's going to be fixing something slightly different. And it says expert plain and fancy fucking. Evenings by appointment only. And on the sides it says virgins treated gently, spinsters satisfied, extra attention given to neglected married women, cut rate to party of 6 or more, satisfaction with 1 hard on, widows a specialty. Now the
how have you never used this?
I don't know. I've had it for a long time. The front of the card, though, Treasy, is alluding to a lot of services here, a substantial amount of services.
For sure.
But at this point, it's not really giving you much details as to the pricing of those services. No. So all you got to do, Treasy, is just...
Well, Beef, I am interested in what fancy fucking is. So, like, I want to see this. Oh, yeah, bring it up.
All you got to do is flip this goddamn card over. You know, my sex summer is a man conscious of price. And we're going to get to these prices. So the price list, and I'm going to run it down for the people listening on the podcast feed. Those on YouTube, just enjoy this vision of seeing this business card here. It says price list, plain insertion, $20. With caresses, $27. I like how it's like you got to add $7 for the caresses. You know, nice. Inverted positions, $22.50. Dog fashion. I like calling it dog fashion. Doggy style's been around for a long time. This sounds a lot classier, and it is.
I don't know about
worth the extra $2.50 to pay the $22.50 for dog fashion.
The extra $2.50 on this Beef. What do we got there?
With barking and yelping, you can go up to $25. Extra $2.50.
This reminds me of that guy who will go to your funeral and cry, and but if you want him to scream and yell like a Bahamian woman. And jump and try and jump into the ground with you, then it's extra. You know, that's a
yeah, I'm gonna go in with the casket. That's right. Next up, womb stretch it. I don't know what the womb stretch is exactly. Someone might have to explain that to me. But that is $39.25. Tongue bath, $50. And muff dive is $100. It goes into specifics about the time limit. Comments are on fire right now. It goes into the time limits. It says per hour $37.50. However, you get a break for all night, which is in parentheses says 12 hours. So I like that specification of 12 hours. This isn't a 24-hour thing. This is night, quote unquote. $150 there. And then at the end, extra attention. Titty chewing, $1.15. French kissing, in parentheses, mouth, $2.75. Then below it says, parentheses, pussy, you know muff dive.
Because on his first set of cards, he didn't have that, and he really got screwed.
He got into an argument. He probably, they're probably fisticuffs. Could be, you know, he might have kissed my mouth. Razor. Finger diddle is $9.50. French tickler, $3.25. Vaseline, if needed, $1.25.
With God.
What was your initial thoughts before I have a few questions for you?
So my initial thoughts is this is pre-pandemic pricing. With inflation, no way you get deals like this. No way you get deals like this anymore. So yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because my sex summer. Look, I don't know exactly when this is from, but my sex.
I'm going to put this back up for a second.
He's actually an expert in printing stuff, right? I mean, he prints people's Christmas cards and business cards, whatever. Yep. Looking at the stock there, my sex summer, and the fonts and the quality of the ink, what's about the timeline of when you think this was printed, since you're an expert at that?
I mean, this looks 70s. It looks 70-ish, you know, like maybe 80s, maybe early 90s. Like, because it is a print, and I can't see, like, sometimes you go in there and you look and you could tell when it's fixed, like when they photoshopped it, like there's all of the bad typesetting like dog fashion, and then underneath with the barking and yelp. I mean, like no one, if you're gonna make that fake, you don't make it look that shitty. Like you're gonna make it look a little better.
I think it's legit.
Yeah, and you know what? Like the attention paid in the extra attention part, where it's like $1.15. You know, like when was 15 cents even a viable thing? Like
that's a good point.
1.15 is like maybe a cost of like a cup of coffee, like in the 90s. So that's kind of maybe where it's at.
I think you just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah,
we got to look for the coffee prices. Hey, comments, help us out. Let us know when coffee was $1.15. Look it up.
Chad thinks $1.25 for Vaseline outrageous.
Yes,
it depends on the year
pricing.
It depends on the year.
Yeah, I'm not against this.
So here's the thing, though. This is what I noticed though. When he says finger diddle, and it's $9.50, dude. That's a lot of work for $9.50.
Could be more than one finger. Who knows?
You get ramped up.
You have no idea what this dude's hands look like.
That's true. That is true.
Could be fucking Bootsy Collins, man. You don't know.
True. Maybe I've just been with women that are not, they're not opposed to the finger diddling, but don't embrace the finger diddling as much as they do with Docter Dan.
Maybe your diddles are subpar. Maybe they are good diddling fingers.
I must be a 425 finger diddle. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I bet you though you would get in there with the barking and yelping. I mean, you wouldn't even charge extra for that MSS. That's my thought. And
okay, now is this going off off color here when I say that
Probably.
because muff diving is $100, we know that Dr. Dan might be black. I'm just saying. It's the most expensive thing on the menu.
He is least interested in providing that service, is what we know for sure.
Well, you don't know that. It might be Gene Simmons. It might be Gene Simmons.
Maybe it's so worth it. Yeah,
well, let me tell you something, Chorizo. If he's willing to lick your entire body for $50, but won't touch your vagina for not giving $100, it makes me think that he's a little bit opposed to going down on the female. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm just going with like a little bit of stereotype stuff.
Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe that's his best product.
It's true.
You don't want to sell your best
product. Yeah, for sure.
That is true.
It might also be the product most in demand. You have to think about that perspective. Sometimes it might not be your best thing, but if you got a shirt that's real hot, you price that motherfucker higher because you're like, everyone wants this shirt. The shirt no one wants. That's a shorter price. So maybe that could be the perspective there.
I mean,
MSS, I did have a question for you, though, with regards to this. And I need your expertise because not only are you the print guy, but you are also kind of our resident love doctor. My question for you is, how does one go about introducing their services to a potential client if you were a Docter Dan? What's the approach to getting the Docter Dan business card in front of the potential client? What do you think?
I mean, obviously, you're hitting up all the ladies' nights at every bar that is in your area, right? That's your first stop. Second stop, because they used to do that. I don't know if they do ladies' nights anymore.
I'm not sure. I don't see it too much.
See, I don't know either.
They did it at the Sox like 6 years ago, and they haven't done it again.
They need to do that more. They need to have ladies' nights because that's where maybe we'll get these people back together to actually talking. And then they can start fucking, but that's
talk
the first
first, fuck second.
Okay, then you gotta fuck. Because right now they're on these online dating things, and it's just like, hey, I said hi to you 6 times and sent you 7 emojis. Let's fucking do anal. And I don't think that works so well with the ladies. Like I don't think that goes so well.
Holy cow!
But anyway,
let me break this up for a second. Let's go back to the other discussion just for 1 second. John Carney brings up definitely a full Bush era. So
maybe
the pricing there, along with this information, might triangulate to about the timeline of this is probably 70s. I think you're right.
70s.
Yeah. I think you're nailing the head right here.
Another place you go to pick up women that might need these services are hotel bars. Those will probably be loaded with women, professional women traveling, especially right now. Like they're probably. Oh, I know. White fucking goddamn internet.
But
yeah, I think you go to the fucking hotel bars.
You're gonna say Y2K.
Fucking Y2K.
HVIC says, take out an ad in the paper like a classic.
Well,
it wouldn't shock me if this was in some sort of newspaper. Maybe not the Sun Times.
I mean, I don't think you can advertise the prices for the services in the newspaper because
you can say what you do.
As far as I know,
does anyone
is still illegal?
This is a Sox podcast. Does anybody happen to have the Steve Stone Playgirl, and did Docter Dan advertise in it
in the back?
I need you guys to read through it. So whoever's got it, flip through and try and find this ad.
I wonder how much money Treasy, Docter Dan paid to Larry Flint over time for the advertisements. I'm just curious. I'm not sure. Jackie Crestel says, you just leave a stack of menus on the end of the bar and wait for the ladies to start rolling in.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, MSS. You do it at the hotel bar and throw it out there. Just put them out there.
I have a slight, there's a slight discrepancy there. There's a little problem with that. Pull those cards back up because we need to see it again.
We absolutely need to see this again.
MSS is someone who prints business cards.
Yeah.
Who does this kind of work. Show the back now.
Got it.
What is missing from this business card?
Oh, a big thing.
There's no address.
The
there's no way to
address. There's no way to contact them. Yeah. You can't just leave these around. This is like a Fleur de Lis, man. You gotta know. You gotta know.
Barkeep, I'm interested in some fancy fucking. Where is Docter Dan located?
Yeah, you got to go through Docter Dan's pimp. I agree. That's
what are you, top?
Exactly.
I like that his specialty are widows. Like he's like, you know who I like fucking the most is ladies with their partners are dead. That's who I like the most.
Lowest risk.
Hey, man,
lowest chance of me getting killed.
Ain't gonna get shit. Exactly, not gonna die. That's a good way to think about it.
He was way ahead of the guy from Wedding Crashers. That's the thing.
He was way ahead. So, all right, that's all I got.